What's up, savage Scorpios? I was going to wait until this dog stopped barking, but he won't. So, I want to get this video out for you guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and start for you, okay? I am Love from a Leo. Welcome to my channel. So yeah, this is basically going to be your full November month reading. Yeah. And we're just going to see what's definitely going on for you guys, all right? So let's get this started. So how was, first of all, happy birthday to you guys. Because I know some of you guys are still rounding out the Scorpio season. So how do you guys feel about this season? How have things been going for you? I really want to know. Put it down in the comment section so I can see, or maybe so you can talk to some other Scorpios about things that's been going on. See if you guys have been feeling the same things. All of that is really, really important, okay? So to start off, the subject of the beginning of your November is the King of Cups, okay? It's in reverse, so this is you, maybe definitely just you, how you're coming off. You may be a little bit, feeling a little under the weather, or maybe just not feeling like yourself, or maybe feeling like you don't need to be around people. Going through that stage as a Scorpio where sometimes you feel like you want to be around certain people, and then other times you want to feel like you want to be just to yourself. When it comes to just like emotions. So I feel like you're going to be feeling a little, loner-ish, okay, in the beginning of November. So we have the Lovers card here. So definitely love coming up pretty strong. There could be a Gemini trying to peek through. So let's go ahead and see what this is about. This could have definitely be about, love, or just like an unexpected type of situation that was, filled with passion, or maybe just an energy that required some type of confidence, maybe to be different, or maybe to do something that took a little bit of courage, which is, trusting people. For you, we have the Devil card here. So maybe something with your ego, or maybe, this Capricorn popped up, or maybe this is a Capricorn that you're dealing with. Seems as though they're fine. Seems as though everything is going well with them. But I think it took a lot of courage for you to really commit to them. And I feel like you might just be really, really involved with them now. And at this point, it looks like everything is good. So let's go ahead and see how this plays out. 5 of Cups, okay? So for some reason, emotionally, you still feel like you cannot trust them, or you're still looking at the picture from, you're side-eyeing it. You're not necessarily feeling it 100%. And I'm not sure why. I think it's because you're trying to be... logical. I think you're trying to be calculated. I feel like you're trying to protect your feelings. I feel like you're being, logical, and it's not hurting you yet, but I definitely think that could, come in the way. But why is it that you're trying to be so logical if there's a sense of love, or if it's not love, it's passion? You know what I mean? There's a sense of adventure or a likingness to this energy. So what is it? Why are you being so, what's the problem? We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. So there seems to be some type of overindulging, or maybe like an obsessing, or doing too much of something. And this could be dealing with emotions. Maybe you just don't want to get into that. Maybe the last time you happened to, be in an emotional relationship with someone, it was arguing, and it didn't end in the way that you wanted it to. And I think you feel like there's more peace just being alone. But at the same time, it seems as though you still want more. Emotionally, it doesn't satisfy you to just settle to be alone. I feel like that's not even what your soul wants. But for some reason, it's just like that's what you're doing. I feel like you've made your mind up, and you're fixed on that feeling of, being alone, or not getting too serious with anyone. Because for some reason, you feel like that's not your path. That's not what your destiny holds. But that's the decision that you've made. I don't even know if that's actually something that's, written in the stars for you. I actually feel like it definitely might be something else. I feel like, if anything, fate and the universe is trying to show you someone who's really, really good for you, or someone that you can have a really good connection with, whether it's, with love or just friendship, whatever. I feel like there's a good connection with it. But for some reason, it's like you don't want to go down that route. So let's go ahead and go to the middle of your November. Come on, Scorpio. Okay, so we got the first card out. All right, so I like what I'm seeing so far. So the subject that we're going to be dealing with, the energy that's going to be involved with the middle of your November is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so again, you're not feeling confident or optimistic about your emotions, and I'm not sure what this has to deal with. And if you're a sun sign, Scorpio, moon sign, or a rising sign, this is really impacting your self-identity. This is, you know, or what you express. It's really making an impact on that. So let's go ahead and see what's to come, okay? So you have the Six of Cups here. So definitely, again, with this nostalgic memory, something that feels really, really good and familiar to your soul, I feel like is coming back. Let's go ahead and see who this person is. Can we get a little bit of detail? Thank you. This is someone who in the past, I feel like you may have had love with, or you thought it was love, but it actually wasn't. But this is someone that you were with at a time, and it definitely felt like love, or at one point it was love, okay? So what is it that you guys want to achieve with this person? What do you guys want with this person? What does Scorpio want with this person? With this past person? I feel like you want to just go and do things with them. I think you want to go and have, I think first of all, you want to tell them something, or there's a message that you want to get across as far as how you feel about them. And it may be very passion filled, just, you know, an initial contact with this person. But I feel like this connection is something that isn't going to be stable. I almost feel like it could be fun, it could be, you know, good, but 9 times out of 10 it's not between you two. But at the same time, there's like a glimmer of hope. There's like a glimmer of maybe this could work. Like maybe we've changed enough, maybe we've grown enough to make this work, maybe we've had enough time to get over certain things to make this work. This is someone that I feel like has been around. I feel like this is someone who's a little bit more connected to your ego than you believe. And I feel like this is someone who obviously has, you know, been around in some form of pattern, especially considering that you are a Scorpio. So I feel like there's a reason and a season that they're here, okay? So let's try to figure out what that is. So we have the Star card here in reverse, okay? So this is the Aquarius card. So they may be an Aquarius, or your Aquarius part of you, if you're an Aquarius sun, moon, or rising, that is being or feeling neglected. It's almost like you're not achieving your dreams. You don't feel any hope. And I feel like you think that everything is just gone to shit, but I'm not sure why, okay? Because things aren't working out. Maybe at work, maybe between your friends, there's some form of stepping on each other's toes. In regards to what situation? You know what? Let's use these oracle cards. In what part of Scorpio's life is there no cooperation and they feel like there's no hope? What part of life is this? What does this deal with for Scorpio? Okay, so we got angels. Okay. Okay, so I feel like you think that nobody has your back. I feel like you feel as though everyone is out to get you. And if you don't feel like everyone is out to get you, you're having serious trust issues. And I feel like this is stemming from just, you know, feeling comfortable with how people are. I feel like you have been through a lot of things, a lot of experiences, and it causes you to feel like you cannot trust anyone. But for some reason, I feel like you're just ignoring the blessings that you have, or ignoring the, you know, the spirits or the guardians that are actually there protecting you. So I'm not really sure where that's coming from, but we can definitely see if that's just a form of fear from yourself, or if it's you know, fear of the situation. Okay, let me split these cards up. Okay, so then we move into the Ace of Cups. Okay, I love to see this card. This is definitely an indicator of peace and harmony, and just absolute serenity, you know, whatever that means to you, whether that's peace, whether that's quietness, whether that's being around loved ones, whatever that means to you, you definitely do get to see that in the middle of your November. Okay, so let's go ahead and see with that, anything else that needs to be said with that. Uh-oh. 1 second. Okay, so, and that piece also is in alliance with something that matches your soul. This is something that you're meant to do. This is something that I feel like you should commit to and you should trust. This is a path that you should go on, and you should feel comfortable going down it, but not comfortable because you know how it's going to go, but comfortable because you know it's going to lead you to the right destination, okay? So that's what you need to see. It's not always about what's happening right there in the moment. It's more about what happened, what played out, and then how did everything affect you in the very end, okay? So maybe trust the process a little bit more than you are trusting the actual circumstance, okay? Moving into the end of November. There we go. Alrighty, so the ending energy, the ending situation in your November is the Knave of Pentacles, okay? So this is you being a little bit more focused on your finances or maybe just your domestic life. This is definitely having a more confident stance, but this could be a little annoying to certain people if they are used to you being fun and not necessarily worried about things like finances, okay? So if you're usually the type of Scorpio who is all about how the feeling feels in the moment, this may be a little difficult for you because you may feel yourself starting to become a little bit more stabilized around certain people that you usually aren't, okay? So that may be what we're experiencing, okay? So we have the Knight of Cups again in reverse, and this is definitely showing up a lot. So for some reason I feel like there's a situation with yourself that you're not looking at, or a situation that you're not okay with, something that maybe you're trying to fix, or something that you don't even know you need to fix, but it keeps popping up. So let's go ahead and see what this has to do with. What is this in connection to? Why does this Knight of Cups keep coming up? So this is a sign again. This is a sign, like I was saying, you keep popping up as this, you know, this cups in reverse, cups in reverse, cups in reverse throughout the whole month. And these are signs, and I feel like you're missing them whenever you see them. And it has a lot to do with your health. Not just courage and confidence, but also like physically your health, okay? It looks like everything is okay right now, but I feel like you're neglecting yourself in certain ways. And I'm not sure why. And it could just be you're neglecting yourself in emotional ways. Maybe you already know what this is. Like, you know who it is that you're avoiding. You know what situation you're avoiding. You know who it is that you're trying not to talk to because you want to seem more independent. You want to see like you're only focused on work and you're only focused on having the things that you want on a material stance. And that's all good. But, I mean, when karma comes to strike and then the people that you want to be there, or the person that you want to show off to is gone, then what can you do about it? There's absolutely nothing you can do about it, and that's going to feel worse than anything that you didn't embrace or appreciate whoever it was that you were trying to show off to, or whoever it was that you were trying to teach a lesson to. I feel like you're going to miss opportunity to really value them as a person, okay? And this could be vice versa to you. This could be how someone's projecting to you, but I feel like this is also how you are doing yourself. I feel like you're missing important parts or evolutions of yourself because you're not allowing yourself to feel your own strengths in different ways. I feel like you're expecting it to just be, if I'm strong, this is the only way to show that I'm strong. And that's not necessarily always true. So really make sure that you're showing and expressing rational ways of being and not just trying to outdo your ego in a sense, because it'll come off really emotional and moody, or maybe really just like cold, you know, in a sense. So try to be a little bit stable with how you are expressing your emotions. So we move into the Queen of Cups, which I really, really like to see, because this means that you definitely at this point have found a stable place as a water sign, and you are in tune with your gifts, your abilities, your intuitiveness, you're in empathetic, what? Being an empath or sensitive to energies. You definitely seem to have been in tune with whatever it is that you are receiving now. And I think it is like you're emotionally intelligent. Like you can feel, you can sense, you are able to decide what to do in certain situations because you are feeling out the situation as you should as a water sign. So for whatever reason, let's go ahead and see what caused this. What caused this transformation for the better? That could also be representing a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. But again, you are a Scorpio, so I'm pretty sure it's you. What caused this sudden change? I think you had to go back down a road and figure out where you went wrong. I think you had to go within yourself and look at it for what it was. And I also think that this was having something to do with that all the signs that you just kept missing. It's not that you didn't know that you were doing wrong. I think it's just you thought you could get a lot further ignoring the situations or ignoring your insecurities. And then that's just not true, because when you do that, you see that you are a little bit harder for you to control your emotions. It's a little bit harder for you to, have balance and all these blessings come your way. It's harder for you to, have assurance in yourself and be sure that you can actually do the things that you want to do. And that's just not the way you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a little bit more fluid with how you feel and a little bit more sure in what's to come to you. You know what I mean? Because you should be feeling good vibes, because you should be surrounding yourself with that. So that's kind of the basis of the story. Whatever it is that needed to be plucked away finally gets plucked in the end of November, and I'm really happy to see that. And we end off November with the Four of Pentacles. So it looks like you definitely found that balance between emotions and that finance stuff, or overtelling, keeping, you know what I'm saying? Like, you figured out how to stay on top of your money, but also keep your emotions intact. And I think that's really good. It seems like a lot of you will be saving in the end of November, really becoming, just the King of Pentacles, just really good with your money and being able to get what you want because you planned it. You had some type of vision, you didn't know how it was going to end, but it happened because you create your reality. You're Scorpio, and that's what you do. So what is it that we're actually saving? What is it that Scorpio is saving? I think you finally seen that you are able to do more. You're able to take on more because you have worked on yourself, and you've done the work. And I feel like you're starting to be able to reap the benefits. Keep it to yourself. Tell what you need to tell. Reveal what you need to reveal. And I feel like as a Scorpio, that's really, really important to you, that you are able to control what people see about you, and also, control how people view you as a person or how they expect you to react. You like to have control over things like that, because it makes you feel less out of control in your life, because you're so... you feel emotions so much, and it's so easy for you to just let them go. You would rather be managing other people's in your life so you can have a little bit more control or stability emotionally in your life. So it's very understandable, but you have to realize, in order to fix those things, you have to go back and figure out what went wrong in what cycle, what pattern, what went wrong, and that's going to really essentially lead you to finding either the right thing you need to do, or redoing the thing you need to do, or just stumbling onto something that changes the course of how things were happening in general, just because your focus is that you're trying to better yourself. You're trying to create your reality to become what you need to become as a Scorpio, as a person, as whatever it is you're trying to become. I think, and I just feel like that's really important for you to embrace, and also just learn from. Just take every moment as what it is, a moment, but don't sit in that present moment and think that that's eternity, because it's not. Everything is temporary, and I feel like you have to remember that. But you definitely do have a breakthrough in the end of November, so that's really good to see, especially during your season. But at the end of November, it actually transitions into Sagittarius season, so that's going to be really interesting to see how things happen for you guys in that season. If you need a personal reading, or if you like to see what exactly you as a specific person can do to figure out certain things, or if you just need some yes or no tarot questions answered, all you have to do is email me. I leave all of my stuff down below for you, and we can get this happening for you. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm Love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, Scorpio, I will see you very, very soon. Okay?